All right, good morning. Here we go again. I've got another video coming your way. I have continued to forget to tend to my camera when I get home, which means, so it's SD card is full and I need to empty it out, and then I also need to charge the thing, and so I'll probably only get one video out today, which is better than yesterday. I didn't do any because of the SD card problem, and so hopefully I can get one more video cranked out today and be that much closer. I also need to really get into the mood of uploading videos again. I think I'm still ahead, but I'm starting to creep. Every day I don't upload, I creep closer to catching up with myself and then eventually falling behind. And yesterday wasn't particularly productive, neither was Tuesday. Tuesday nights almost never are. Monday was good though, I feel like. And so hopefully I can bounce back today. And part of the problem, and it's not a problem because I don't want to see it as a problem, but part of the issue was I spent almost all day yesterday on Xbox. Like, I got home and one of my buddies was on, so I hopped on and we played Xbox, and that was fun and all, but I just need to be more responsible with my time and make sure that I don't do that every time I get on Xbox or every time I get home. And so I think today, if I can knock out some videos, get some things uploaded that I need to upload, and kind of get back on the saddle, so to speak, I think I'll be fine. I've got Compression Man to mess with. My animator was supposed to have it done last weekend, and then it wound up not coming out until it wound up not. He didn't give me a sample of it until, was it Monday or Tuesday, and then the rest of it's supposed to come this weekend. So we're already a week behind schedule, and with the release schedule that I kind of hope to maintain with him, I really wanted to have episode 5 done before Halloween, and he seems to think that that's still doable, but I hold my reservations about it because he's almost consistently off base. Like, almost every time he gives me a time estimation, it's always going over. Can't remember the last time he submitted something on time to me, and that'll be something that'll change if and when Compression Man starts to pick up steam and people start to pay attention to it. I don't know for how long these ads that I have running are going to run, but they will at least assist me in getting somewhere with Compression Man. Although it's difficult because the videos don't perform all that well. And so, like, even though I'm getting all these views through this advertisement, no one's sticking around and watching it for longer than the first 30 seconds. And it's like, this is an entire episode of a cartoon. Like, why'd you even click on it if you weren't interested in watching it? And then they're like, like 30 seconds. And I think that's just the problem, is there's so much media out these days, and people's attention spans are at an all-time low, that, like, if you don't grab them within that first 30-second window, like, forget about it. And I don't even know what was happening in Compression Man the first 30 seconds. Like, the first several seconds of it are probably intro. Like, a good chunk of that is just sucked up by the introduction of the episode. And so if they're over here being like, oh, well, we can't, I can't get past the intro, like, skip the intro. Golly, it's 10 seconds, maybe 10 to 15 second intro. But that's just the frustration of making content in the modern age, and trying to stick out, is you just have to immediately capture your audience, because there is an infinite amount of competition out there. And if they don't have a reason to want to watch your stuff, then they just won't. And then you're just kind of dead in the water. And like, yeah, that's the other issue, is like, we've reached a point now where there is more entertainment sources and things to watch in the world than there is time in anyone's life to watch them. Like, if you took someone from birth and sat them in front of a TV and made them just watch things every second of every day, and that's all they did, they still would not get through all the world's content in a single lifetime. And it'd be an awful way to exist. But luckily we have better ways to calculate that, so that we don't have to subjugate someone to that. But it makes our time all the more precious. And it kind of leads into the conversations that I've been having with the new Life is Strange game. It's nice that there's a new Life is Strange game, because I have that portion of my channel that I can come back to. I haven't been making Life is Strange content in a long time, and I hope to get back on that bandwagon, and maybe this weekend I can record some more stuff and we can talk about more Life is Strange stuff. But one thing that I would like to point out or get out there is the fact that where am I going with this? So like, we have to be smart with the way that we spend our time, because our time is all we have. And if we think that the new Life is Strange game is going to be lame, then like, people lean towards the idea of giving it a chance. And they're like, well, I like the franchise and I like Max, and so even though this game looks terrible, I'm still gonna buy it. And it's like, the company is never going to learn its lesson if you just buy the game for the sake of giving it a chance. Because then they're like, I can just put out crap with this IP on it and people will buy it because of the IP. And that's the unfortunate realm in which we live in. And like, we as buyers have a great amount of power in this market. And if we yielded that power more intelligently, we could probably force people into making something that is at least quality. Like, I get it with a big fan base as big as Life is Strange, and every fan wants their own thing from the franchise. You can't please everyone. But like, I'm not immune to saying, you know what? Even though this isn't what I wanted out of Life is Strange, it's still a good game. I can't say that about what I've seen in the new Life is Strange game. And I'm not convinced. They're doing a live stream at some point in time, and I'll probably watch the live stream after the fact. I can't usually tune into those because they're usually running while I'm at work, which is the most bonkers thing to me. I'm like, why do you guys do live streams when most people are at work? Anyway, I'll watch it after the fact and I'll react to it. Need to do a reaction to the DLC, because that's just bonkers too. They have a super special edition that comes with all these goodies, but not the actual game. So you have to buy the $70 game and the $50 super bundle to get all the things that you might possibly want out of this game. And a lot of it's just cosmetic crap anyway. It's just like, what about this outfit and that outfit and these outfits? And it's like, oh my gosh, like, no. I was really hoping the game would come to GamePass so that I could at least play it and judge it, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case. I'm not going to buy it. Like I said, I refuse to spend money on it. So we will see what shakes. I might just watch people play it and then make my opinions and judgments of it there. And I'm not immune to saying that I could be proven wrong. Like, I have only seen the first minute and 30 seconds of this game. Maybe it is just absolutely revolutionary and the greatest thing since sliced bread, but based upon what I'm seeing, it did not interest me enough to buy the game, which is the whole point of a trailer. Like, you release trailers to intrigue your audience and make them want to see more. If you release a trailer and your audience is like, nah, not interested, then you done did a bad trailer, or you done did a bad thing. And that kind of circles back to like what I've been saying with my videos and stuff. And like, if I can't retain an audience's attention for 30 seconds, am I making bad videos, or is it just the audience's lack of interest? Or are we not targeting the right audience? Like, I feel like there's still a good chunk of people out there who have their attention spans intact and can watch something past the first 30 seconds and not want to scroll away. Which is also wild, because in the grand scheme of things, Compression Man's episodes are quite short. Like, of actual content, you only get about 6 minutes of actual content. Most of the episodes clock in at around 7 minutes long, because after you add the intro and the outro, you're at 7 minutes. But most, like, the actual content that you're watching is only like a 6 minute short. And that is, like I said, short by comparison. And so you think it would be more liable to succeed in this world of short form content, but it's not a 10 to 3 second video, which is what most Reels and TikToks that dominate the world clock in their lengths at. And so that's why it's difficult to be like, oh yeah, this video is shorter than most animated shorts or cartoons, but it's still longer than most reels. So it's like, where does it find its place on the internet? And it's like, you just gotta keep going till you find a place. And this advertisement is helping me. I am finding people, and people who are leaving encouraging comments on the videos too. Someone's like, it's a shame that this isn't more popular because this is actually pretty good. And that like made my day. And so we'll see what happens when we can get hopefully some more traction, some more people paying attention to the content. And that's really all I have to say about it, is just keep plugging away. I don't think I'll run another ad until the next episode drops. I'll just have to see how I feel, because it'll probably be, what did I say, August before I drop the next one? August, September, October. So yeah, if we go in the right realm of releasing things, then August would be when the next one drops. And that's not too bad if I can give the illusion of making an episode a month. But like after October, we'll have to take like a mid-season break, because where am I going with this? After October, we'll have to take a mid-season break, because the animator will have to catch up at that point, because we will have just banged out 4 episodes from May, June, July, August, September, October in 6 months, which is a lot for him. He usually can average about a minute every 2 weeks, and that math doesn't quite add up quite right if you do the math for how long, because you're 5 minute shorts or whatever. Anyway, we're not dwelling on that. We will hopefully, I'm excited when every time he makes a new episode. It's exciting. So it's good to be excited about the project, and I'm in a good place in life and financially to where I can invest in the project and try and build it into something and make it better. And hopefully I do that, and hopefully it's good and it makes people enjoy it. And that's really all I can try and do. And we'll see if it starts to gain a better traction and a better following. The Patreon method, I've seen it succeed really well for other people, and so I'm really hoping that I can get the Patreon built up on this one as well. And I understand that it's not something that you just get overnight. You don't just have people who are like, oh yeah, let me support you on Patreon. Like, it's gonna take some time of building an audience and building a crowd and getting people behind it and interested in watching it, but it all takes time. And I don't know how much time it will take in Compression Man's case, but I'm going to dedicate the time and resources necessary to keep it going. And that's just all there is to it. And so yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get it knocked out and figured out, and we will have a nice little franchise on our hands, because that is the most valuable thing in this world at this point. Well, not the most valuable thing in this world, that's a bit of an overstatement, but it is valuable in the world of entertainment, and that is an IP with a substantial amount of fans to it, because that's the name of the game. Like, look at Dead by Daylight or Fortnite, two very successful games that have been around for a while now, and they have remained successful and relevant because they just keep capturing all these IPs that people care about, and then they can just turn those IPs into constant profit. And it's wild that that is where it lands, but it's where it lands, and that's how they're making their money. And so if I could create an IP that gains enough attention that Fortnite's like, hey, we want to put your characters in our game, I'll be like, all right, let's go. What you gonna pay me? And money isn't the ultimate goal, but it does make the world go round, and it is something that I need to exist. And once I am making enough money off of Compression Man to where I can step away from the working world, then I will strongly entertain making less money dependent decisions on the product. And that is just what I have decided. That's the goal that I have in mind, and we will see what it takes for me to accomplish that. And with any luck, I'll have it accomplished here. This is a very popular hour to be trying to drive in, apparently. I feel like I've come to work at this hour before, and it hasn't been this bad. But they did just do a big move, and now there's more people over here than there used to be. So maybe that's the source of this bottleneck traffic. But at any rate, really hoping that Compression Man gains some good steam, and that out of this advertisement campaign I'm getting like legitimate people who enjoy it and are watching it. I've so far gotten like 12 subscribers from it, so that's fun. Hopefully they are legitimate people who are interested in watching the product. I'm afraid that as soon as I drop this ad campaign, though, the videos are just going to stop getting views, and then after that I'm not going to get any views until the next one comes around, when I pump them up again. And then just hope that eventually I start building and growing an organic audience, and that YouTube catches on. But the problem is if YouTube catches on that no one's watching your videos for a substantial amount of time, they're going to stop showing it to people. And that is a big problem with the... Oh, there's someone coming. Sorry. That is a big problem with the gaming, or not the gaming world, but with the entertainment world, is if the algorithm is noticing that people ain't watching your stuff past 30 seconds, then it's not going to promote it. And you can't really blame the algorithm for it. You can't really blame the audience for it. You can't really blame your content for it either, because it's like, you gotta find people who are willing to give your content the chance. Like, if they are clicking off before the 30-second mark is done, then they didn't give it a proper chance. It's not necessarily their fault, because they've got a lot of competing priorities in their life. The algorithm is just going to do what it's programmed to do, which is find videos that people want to watch. And if people are watching your video and clicking off after 30 seconds, your algorithm's going to diagnose that and be like, oh, it must be a bad video, they're going to stop promoting it. But like, your video could be legitimately funny, but you have a 30-second intro. And that's where a lot of creators will adjust and be like, okay, well, if people are dropping off before the intro's even done, then let me just cut the intro out entirely. Let me just start the episode immediately. And maybe that's the better way to go. But like, I also have a style that I want to preserve, and I have a type of video that I want to make. And preserving that style and making that video means a lot to me. And in a world of not creative genius, if you want to be something, you have to fight for it. Like, you can't just say, okay, well, everybody clicks off of my video in the first 30 seconds, I guess I'll just take the intro off. If you want there to be an intro there, then put an intro there, and people will eventually find it and appreciate it. It might take longer. And that's the other thing, is like, and I have to remind myself of all of this frequently, even though I do understand it, but these things do take time. Compression Man episode 2 came out last Friday. It hasn't even been out for a full week yet, and I'm already kicking myself because I haven't gained a massive following from it yet. It's like, calm down. And like, pursue other opportunities. Try and gain exposure through a multitude of ways and see what happens. And so we'll see. Like I said, I'm not giving up on it. Well, I don't even know that I was implying that I was giving up on it, but it's easy to get caught up in your feelings and be like, oh, no one's watching this, and they click off after 30 seconds. And that's why a lot of YouTubers will even say, they're like, don't even watch the analytics until you need to start watching the analytics. Just be happy that people are watching your videos, even if it's only for 30 seconds. And then when you get to a point where you can afford to start paying attention to that, then pay attention to it and use that data to improve your product. But yeah, whole bunch of fun stuff going on. Hope you had a good morning and a good ride. I have exactly 4 minutes left on my camera before it dies. So you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by.